From inside Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, a guy that's been having a huge impact for this team all year, Aaron Judge. Always exciting to see him in action, and it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. And this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
Just about to get underway, and starting this one, Taylor Dollar. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
And a swing and a miss. One away.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Michael Harris stands in now and watches strike one. One down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Way inside. One out, base is empty. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. And he's got a double.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. He was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
One out, runner at second. And next for L.A., Kyle Tucker.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
Tucker, who's been an all-star and a gold glover. Late with the swing there. Foul ball, still 0-2. Man at second. Got him. 2 down.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And here is Spencer Torkelson. Down the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. There's a ball. Throw to third. Save.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. Wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
And he deals.
2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
that one down the line, and it goes just foul. The pitch. The rope into right, and that's a base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So in now for the Angels, Oswaldo Cabrera. Homered last night, added another hit as well. That clips a corner. Two outs. That misses, and it's 1-1. And a pitch. Up and in, and it's 2-1.
One strike.
Torkelson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Yelich snags it, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Tropicana Field, and today's starting pitcher, Joe Ryan. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Left-hand batter waits. Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. Got him. And there's one away.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
The Rays trailing by a run here in the second game of the series. Wouldn't chase that time.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
The wind and the pitch. And there's a foul ball. Next pitch inside, and now 3-1. Righty delivers. In the air, right field. Tucker snags it for the second out. Now a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. And a big factor for them in recent games, Willy Adames.
Yeah, he's got a 13-game hit streak going right now, Boog. I watched him in BP a little bit, and, man, he was spraying the ball all over the field, which tells me I don't expect this hit streak to end anytime soon. Really nice, mechanically sound swings. He's in such a groove right now, and look for him to be great in this one.
Aaron Judge, the next to hit, takes outside. 2 outs, base is empty. Off the mark there. Now 2-0.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
And a strike in there.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw on to Torkelson. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Nothing doing for Tampa. They're down 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. This is Bryce Turang. The pitch. And there's a strike. Turang batting sixth in today's lineup. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over .350 in his last 10. Fly ball down the line. Soto going after it. He's got it. And there's one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
The catcher,
Jefferson Caro will hit next.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Just off the outside edge. And that is ball one. Just missed. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
And next for the Angels, Kyren Paris. Went deep in the ball game last night. Strike on the inside corner. And the righty deals. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
So first and second with one man gone. Here's the rookie third baseman. That one's upstairs. Ball one. Ball one. Runners at first and second with one gone here at the top of the second. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground, 2 ball. To Adames, that's one. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Angels 1, the Rays nothing. Back now in Tampa Bay. Now it's the DH, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The wind of the pitch.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
1-2 misses to even the count.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Here comes a 3-2. Good job to fight that one off. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Juan Soto now. 2 RBIs last night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Home team down a run. Bottom half of inning number 2. And another ball.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. For Joe Ryan, the journey's so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school, Cal State Stanislaus. Right through there for a strike. It was out of Cal State Stanislaus that he was a 7th-round pick by the Rays, and then eventually got a chance to make his way through the Rays system, and then was dealt for Nelson Cruz to the Minnesota Twins. Man at second. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And a 1-2. That's inside. Torkelson. Off balance throw in time. And Ramirez is set down.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing. Almost like he didn't get pitch recognition. And tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
Two outs. That one is absolutely belted. Harris going back. You can kiss it goodbye. It's his 6th home run of the season, and now they're out in front. It's 2-1. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
So 2 down. Jake Rogers digs in now. Misses outside. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Wouldn't chase that time. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Tyler Freeman stands in now, looks at that one inside. Rogers off of first with 2 away. And that one clips the corner. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the play, and that's out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. On to the 3rd inning, and stepping in is the speedy Mac Pearson. Dollar back to work. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Sizing this one up. And there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And here is Michael Harris. Doubled in his first AB. Ball 1, no strikes.
Ball 1, no strikes.
In the air, left field. Yelich should have it. And there's 2 down. Here's Kyle Tucker. Struck out swinging his first time.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Angels held in check, and they trail it here 2-1. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. And now here is Christian Yelich. And here it comes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Headed down the line. Tucker on the move. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
And now it's Josh Naylor. Flied to right his first time. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And that's strike two.
0-2.
Fires to first on the run. Awesome play there.
The center fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for the Rays, Aaron Judge. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Right through there for a strike. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And takes low for ball one. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now, doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. 2 outs. To third. And that one handled. The throw to first. And that'll do it. Rays held in check here as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here at Tropicana Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Spencer Torkelson. The wind of the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And that's ripped into left, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Oswaldo Cabrera now at the plate. Fly to left his first time. That one at the knees for a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals.
1 ball, 1
Not
strike.
close with that one. And now it's even 1-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Struck him out looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And next for L.A., Bryce Turang. He's 0 for 1. Pulls that one foul. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. And a foul ball left side. Kicks and deals. That one misses. Now 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And another ball. On the ground to third. And it gets by him.
Up next to the inning,
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
One down. Here's the Angels catcher, Jefferson Caro. There's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And a pitch. Fastball for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
2 on, 1 out. He gets to it with a slide. There's one. And their second double play of the day will end the fourth. So no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left. And midway in the fourth, it's the Rays 2 and the Angels 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth, here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The right-hander back to work. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. The wide to kick the pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur. And now it's Juan Soto. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
As a batter, he's known for performing better in these night games. He might start 2 for 2 in this one.
Foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. There's a swing and a drive. Harris going back. Bangs off the wall. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Here's Jose Ramirez. He's always a threat at the plate.
He's been flexing his power in the majors for a long time now. His first career home run was to right field right here inside Yankee Stadium in 2014. The right fielder that day for the Yankees, Ichiro Suzuki. Even he couldn't catch that one.
Man at second. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Righty to the plate. And a good eye there.
It's a good take.
And a swing and a miss. 2 down. Willy Adames stands in. He's already homered here in this one. In there for strike 1.
0-1.
Ball 1 there. Soto on at second with 2 down. And downstairs.
2-1.
There's a line drive to left field. Harris pulls it in on the run. The Rays strand just the 1, but they still lead it 2-1. New inning getting started. So in now for the Angels, Kyren Paris. Paris measures 6 feet even, 24 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. That's through there for a strike.
You know, these Angels just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Next pitch inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Check swing, and he held up. This one high in the air to left center. Yelich should have it. Pulls it in for the out. 1 down.
Now batting, number 90.
Now the third baseman. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
The pitch. Bounced up the middle. Adames to first, and there's 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Next to hit, Mac Pearson. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. And that just misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
The Rays leading by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that's in the dirt. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Now batting, the center, Michael Harris.
And next for the Angels, Michael Harris. 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Judge has it sized up. He's got it, and that is out number 3. Angels leave 1, and our score remains 2-1. Back now in Tampa Bay, and now the catcher comes up to him, Jake Rogers. And the pitch. Just missed. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Emerson Hancock getting ready to go. Aller getting cranked up as well. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That's a little bit low. That hits the dirt, and the count is 2-0. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the right-hander deals. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. Now it's Christian Yelich.
Number 23. Christian Yelich.
And that's
Outside, that's a
outside.
ball.
And it's 1-0. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. Yelich out on the play. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Tampa. They lead it 2-1. Top of the 6th inning. So in now for the Angels, Kyle Tucker. Dollar back to work. That clips the zone. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering upstairs.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. He's painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
And that one fouled off. Left-hand hitter waits. He fouls it off. Will do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. 1-2 now. Inside, almost got him. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Spencer Torkelson, the next to hit. Torkelson hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. Line drive, Adam in center field.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Cabrera gets out of the way. That's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering is downstairs.
2-0.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Bottom of the 6th. And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor. In there at the knees for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Kicks and fires. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one in the air center field. And a quick out, number 1.
The center fielder, number 99. Aaron
Here is Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
First pitch misses. Right side, hard hit. Turang over to first in time. Judge out on the play.
now batting. The designated hitter, Vladimir Guerrero.
2 outs, base is empty. Now up for Tampa Bay, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and he just misses.
Counts 1-0. Yep, that
Just
ball went out.
missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And another ball. Juan Soto next to bat for Tampa. And down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Chris Clark.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So in now for the Angels, Bryce Turang.
The second baseman.
We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
2-2 count.
Hard hit, right side. Toss to Naylor, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Now the catcher up to hit, Jefferson Carroll.
Hey. All ones the count.
Line drive, he brings it down. Nice play.
Timed it perfect. It's hard, I think, for those guys on the corners because, you know, especially when it's a, you know, right-handed hitter for third baseman, you don't see the ball all that well going through the zone. And if it's a left-hander, you got a better shot at it because you can see the ball going through, see the contact. And so that jump isn't always on time. Sometimes it's a little early, sometimes it's a little bit late, but that one was perfect.
Two outs. And a foul ball.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Here's the 0-2. Next offering is outside. And that one lifted in the air center field. And that is that. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Emerson Hancock.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Well, one-run game. Here's Juan Soto.
The right fielder, Juan Soto.
And the pitch. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Activity in the bullpen. Yohan Ramirez appears to be getting loose. Yohan. Smoked on the ground to second. Tosses to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one ripped. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Willy Adames. And he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
And that's a base hit. They're waving Ramirez home. He scores, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
One gone, runner at first. Jake Rogers getting ready to hit. That one missed. One run across in the frame so far here in the 2nd game of the series. That one ripped but foul. The 1-1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And they boost their lead. It's 5-1.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, Bobby Aller.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
One out, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Tyler Freeman. And that's just foul. One down, base is empty. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. And that one hops the wall. Now around second, going for third. The relay, the tag, and he's out trying for three.
The times that these guys take infield before ball games, they work on this play right here. And when it comes together perfectly, nice throw to the cutoff man, relay to third. You feel pretty good about cutting that guy off and keeping him from getting a triple and getting it out.
And now it's Christian Yelich. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That one lifted to left on the move. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 5-1. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back for the top of the 8th, digging in, number 90. The Angels in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And a pitch. Out to short, Adames. Zips it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Matt Pearson.
So the lineup flips over. And next is the designated hitter, Mac Pearson. 1 for 3. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Clark, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2025. Next pitch is outside. And he chases a high fastball there.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
One down, base is empty. Rocking it out towards right center. Soto makes the catch. And there are 2 down. And next for LA, Michael Harris. A former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. And that's through there for a strike. Pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Left-hand batter waits. And it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Halos down by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. And there's a ball. Right through there, got it. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Angels go quietly there. They're down 5-1. Back here at Tropicana Field, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's Josh Naylor. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Fastball for a strike.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Ball, that's out.
Yeah, that's outside. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. First offering, and it just misses. Just missed.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Judge rips that one. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. Bases loaded, nobody out. And now the right fielder, Juan Soto.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
That's off the mark, and that's ball one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Yohan Ramirez getting loose out there. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. That's in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a miss.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult.
Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
Oh, man, that's a tough one to swallow. Had the distance, just couldn't keep it fair. Imagine how great that feels, right?
Line drive. Puts it away for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Ramirez tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. Payoff pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a 3-2. That is ball four, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Bases loaded with one away. Next to hit, Willy Adames. He's already homered in this game. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Goes to second, safe there.
Waste no time there. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very different
Pitching change here, Ben Brown.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
One out, bases loaded. Jake Rogers next to hit for the Rays. Swings through that one.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, but maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
The 0-2. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Freeman stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Up the middle, Turang. They get the force, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3 through 8 full. It's the Rays 7 and the Angels 1. All set to start the 9th in this one. So in now for the Angels, Kyle Tucker. The pitch. And that one fouled off. Next pitch is downstairs. Good eye in that spot.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count's even at 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Torkelson in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. The Rays up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. That one fouled off. Not even close there. 2-1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. That gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And the batter now, Oswaldo Cabrera. The Angels with a lot of ground to make up here in the 2nd game of the series. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. And that one missing low.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
The 1-2. And that's too high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ripped on a line. And that gets down into the gap. Torkelson on his way to third. Coming home. He'll score. It's 7-2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Man at second with one away. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Turang. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Ripped on the ground to second. Freeman tossed to first. Now only one out remaining.
Now batting, the catcher,
Jefferson Caro, the next to hit for the Angels. That one's in there, 0-1. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. The Halos down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That finishes the evening's action.
Well, I'm not sure if he expected to get 9 outs in this one, but he had the gas in the tank to get it done. Kind of a throwback save for this guy today, but helps the team get the win. As you can see, they're pretty happy about it, and they're celebrating his performance in this one.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long from Tampa Bay.